We get on to, I said, well, things are, I said, we can see the speed of evolution in lower life forms like bacteria, viruses, they evolved, and that's why, soon we won't have an antibiotic that can kill some certain bacterial strains. And he said, and this is about, 11:30, and I said, I'm going to bed, right? He said, in the future, they reckon that you'll be able to wake up and eat a yogurt you can have a chat with.
I don't know what that means.
Let's put a song on, right? And we'll come back to it.
So you're going to explain that?
Yeah.
You've got an explanation?
Yeah.
The Verve and Sonic on XFM 104.9. And Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
So let's just get this right. What did Carl say? He's just specifically giving those words again.
He said, they reckon, and I said I'm going to bed, he went, no, really, I said, no, I'm going to bed, Carl, there's no point now, because, I mean, it's just like, you're talking gobbledygook, you know what I mean? I might as well talk to a pot plant.
Yeah.
He said, in the future, they reckon, I don't know who they are.
Sure.
I don't know, people who post things on the internet that he reads, I think.
The Telegraph.
Anyway, complete the sentence.
They reckon that in the future you'll be able to wake up. I love it, there's always a little scenario, an embellishment. Like this little... Oh, hello, darling. Here's your yogurt. Hello. You'll be able to wake up and eat a yogurt you can have a chat with.
Alright, well, you know, thanks for that, Rick. I'm looking at you. I'm going to throw that over to Carl.
Right, it's when I was away on holiday, right? I got, I don't normally buy the Telegraph, because it's too big and that, innit? So, but, they were giving it away for free on the plane, so I thought...
Ding dong.
Might as well have it. And I saw a couple of things in it, I thought that would be interesting. I saw this thing about the future, and it was talking about evolution and what have you, right, which I always find weird, because I always think that maybe we've sort of done it wrong anyway. Do you know what I mean? I sometimes think...
You can't evolve, by definition, evolution can't get things wrong. Things change, that it's not successful, it can't pass on its, genetic material or, but if you're around, it's working. If you're around, it's working. Slugs are as evolved as they need to be. Slugs are as evolved as you. And
well,
me.
that's true enough.
Yeah. No disrespect, but it works. It works.
Sorry,
around.
anyway, what's your point, Carl?
No, I mean, I think we probably would have been better off staying as a fish. Just because there's more water than land, isn't there?
Right.
And you wouldn't drown.
This is why I went to bed.
No, I can imagine. I'm thinking of dozing off now.
No, but do you know what I mean? From, what was it? It was bacteria, it was fish, mermaid, man, onwards and what have you. So anyway.
Oh God!
No,
there are a few knowledge gaps in your theory of evolution.
You generally got it right though, so
but I mean, basically, yeah, it went bacteria, fish, mermaid, man. What next is the big question.
So it was telling you all about this and what have you, and saying how, like, we shouldn't have interfered, because maybe if we wouldn't have invented planes and what have you, maybe we'd be able to fly and what have you, if we really needed to and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we've interfered with evolution, you see.
Right.
But then it was saying, well, what's the future got?
Well, yes, in one way we have interfered with evolution, yeah. The evolution of the human being in society is changing. It's no longer based on the strongest or the fittest, because medical science can keep us alive long enough. People can, pass on their genetic material where, without this civilization, they wouldn't have been able to. So, yeah, there are different parameters, there are different pressures, there are different things that say whether we're gonna pass on our genetic material or not. Okay? So in that sense, you're right.
And that, Rick, as far as I'm aware, has led to a yogurt that you can eat and have a conversation with. So
this is what it was saying. It was just saying, you know, we're living in mad times and that. You know, there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
One of which is...
Go on.
And the fellow was just saying, you know, with computers and stuff like that, the way it is, we'll be able to wake up...
Go on.
Have a chat with your yogurt and have something to eat.
What do you mean, have a chat with your yogurt?
Because of the amount of... I mean, you have them yogurts already, those friendly yogurts. Those bacteria-friendly ones, so this is just a really friendly one.
Yeah, they don't Oh God! Oh my birds! Do you know what, sometimes, Carl, I think that we're having a chat with a yogurt. Do you know what I mean? There can't be any difference.
Yeah, but then I'm always reminded that would be more entertaining. That would be more informative.
U2, City of Blinding Lights. I'm going to see them next week at Twickenham.
Yeah, well, enjoy that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks again for letting me know about your,
old Nobbo and Edge and all that. Now listen, you just got an email there saying, can you turn up your microphone, Steve?
Apparently my voice is a little bit, quiet.
Carl has to do one thing, make sure we're heard. That's all he has to do.
Well, I can hear it. Sounds fine to me.
Well, not to the listeners, and that's who we're trying to please.
Well,
Yeah.
it's one person, so they can't hear.
Yes, but we've only got one listener. So if he's not happy, we're buggered.
You're allowed to say buggered. Not twice, certainly. Once could have been a mistake.
Yeah.
Twice, pointing it out is definitely, complaint material. Now, Carl, you haven't told us about your holiday yet. You were meant to do it last week and you didn't. You started on this, but we didn't have time because we had to do monkey news about a monkey who was a director who cared about lighting and stuff.
Is there more monkey news this week?
Is it as? Okay. Is it real monkey news? Did it happen, or is it mostly embellishment in your round little head?
It's proper stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
proper
So holiday. Where did you go on holiday?
Sardinia.
Good.
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. Nice food and that, it's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And nice beaches and what have you.
Excellent.
Always like a nice long beach to walk down.
Yeah.
But, so we're having a nice walk, right? You know, nudists do me head in.
Sure.
Right.
Not a problem though, is it? It's not like being scared of spiders where they might jump out under the kitchen sink at you. You know what I mean? It's not a big problem having your head done in by nudists.
Yeah, but it just annoys me. It sort of ruins the day a little bit. Because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Right. Take your clothes off if you feel uncomfortable. It's much more relaxing.
Yeah, but, well anyway, right, so I'm walking along the beach, right? Lovely long beach, what have you, you know, watching the sea, picking up shells and that.
And what are you wearing? What's your natural beach club?
When he says picking up shells, I imagine he's on all fours going, like that, you know what I mean, looking at things. Just like washing his nuts in the sea to get them tasty.
Yeah, going into the sea and then kind of shaking himself and all the water flows off.
Yeah.
I've just got, you know, flip-flops on, pair of shorts, and like a little light shirt.
Sure.
So anyway, walking along, and, Suzanne goes, oh look, right, and there's this woman, German I think, coming out of the...
How can you tell she was German? Underarm hair?
I'll get to it. Forget the underarm hair. She came out, it looked like she was smuggling seaweed.
I'm going to burst! Oh God!
And the funny thing is, right, she,
smuggling seaweed! Oh God! She was a bit hairy down there, was she?
Mental. I felt bad because I hadn't had a shave for 2 days, right? Looked at her, it was ridiculous. She might as well have kept her trunks on. It was just like she was wearing furry trunks, right? So anyway, so I'm walking along. So,
yeah, go on then.
So Suzanne's like, oh look, and I'm like, oh, not again, you know, because every time we go away, there always seems to be one of these.
Is she by herself, this woman?
Well, the weird thing was, she was with her husband, right, but he had shorts on, he was happy, right, but every time, like, because I walked past her, and he sort of ran off, because he's embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing normal about it. What can he do? He can't go, alright mate, because he knows it's odd, right?
How old was he? Sorry, how old was she?
It's hard to tell when someone hasn't got clothes on. You know what I mean? They always look older, don't they, when they haven't got clothes on anyway, but I'd say she was about 40, 41.
Okay. Right.
So yeah, so I walked past, and the annoying thing is, she got there on a bike, right? No clothes on, little pair of boots next to the bike. So if you can wear boots, just pop some shorts on. You know what I mean? That takes more effort for me, putting boots on. But put the shorts on, right? So anyway, so the husband kept running off. I walked past, and I'm getting annoyed because I'm saying, well, we've got to walk past them again on the way back.
I like the fact they're scuttling away when Carl walks past. Like when you lift up a bit of, sort of iron sheeting in the woods and loads of mice run away. Yeah. It's like whenever Carl goes, that nudists run away.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
But no, so we sort of come walking back and what have you, and you know, I have another look and what have you, and he runs off again.
Why are you another look if it offends you so much?
Oh, you might as well just have a look, you know what I mean? It's just putting it on show and what have you. But the interesting thing was, I just wondered whether the husband...
Because if the husband were nude, you'd looked at his tackle, because remember when you went to see those two strippers and it was a woman and man, and they whipped their shorts off, you said you looked at his tackle first.
I think any bloke would.
Wow.
You would. You just check it out, it's natural, isn't it? You just go, oh, right.
Go on,
it is
then.
normal or whatever. Because you don't know if you know what I mean. You don't know if what you've got's right until you see someone else's. No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Go
But
on. then.
anyway, so but he got us talking because I was then. Soon as I saw her, sort of today's been ruined a bit. So I'm walking up the beach.
It's been ruined.
Walking up the beach with Suzanne, going, how does it happen? Do you know what I mean? Why do people do this? What fun are they getting out of it and what have you? And I just was thinking, is there any chance that that fella, right, didn't even know that she was a nudist until they went away? Do you know what I mean? Because I
Yeah.
said to Suzanne, if I met Suzanne, it's like we're getting on, yeah, everything's fine. And then you go off on holiday and you go, you haven't got much luggage. And she's like, no, it's fine, this is plenty. And I'm thinking, that's weird. And then we go down the beach and she whips her knickers off. I'd be annoyed, but there's nothing I could do. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm just wondering whether that's what happened to this fella. Every time someone came walking up, he was like, oh, God, this is embarrassing. And he kept nipping off,
Yeah.
finding something else to do.
Look at some shells.
Rick, we've had an email here from a bloke. I think you're going to respect him, because I think you can tell straight away from his name that he's the kind of guy you'd want to hang out with.
Go on.
I know how much you love fun people.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, and he's calling himself this, Paul the Party Animal Parker. He's emailed in. He's given himself that moniker.
Right, I assume they're in sort of like quote marks,
They're
are they?
in speech marks, yeah. Paul
Brilliant.
the Party Animal Parker.
And he's calling himself that.
Yeah.
That I can't wait.
So when you picture him, what are you thinking?
Millhouse.
Right, okay.
I think he looks like Millhouse from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
He's
He's working in sort of an IT department, maybe?
Yeah,
for a large
possibly.
organisation?
I think he might still be at school.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And this is the vital question. Do you believe him to be a party animal?
I believe him to be a party animal is as much as a man with a long scarf that his mum knitted him to look like Doctor Who can be a party animal, yes.
Do you think that when people are organising parties at his school, they're thinking the first person they got to get on the list and make sure he's guaranteed as
You've
a
got
guest
to take Paul the
is
party
is
animal.
Paul Parker.
Because I bet he's got millions of affectations. I bet he wants to be known as the one that carries around a biscuit tin.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the scarf.
He's the guy who only ever wears bowling shoes. It's his thing. It's his thing. He's a little bit kooky, it's his thing. And it is fairly interesting what he sent in. He's found this on the web. A Serbian man who has invented a sex machine for women. And he's appealing to Western women to test his device. It runs on a 390-volt electric engine, simulates sex, and has a 7.5-inch artificial penis. As soon as I read this, I was thinking, it's just imagining there going, oh, thanks for coming in, yeah, okay. So what's going to happen is there's a penis that's going to pop out from here, and it's going to have sex with you. I'm going to stand behind the machine. I've got to stand behind here. There's a lot of dials and stuff. I don't want to bore you with.
Well, why do you have to stand behind it? Just.
I can't. It's technical stuff. But I got to be behind the machine.
But there's no penis on the robot at the moment. It's just a hole.
No, don't worry. What'll happen is I'll switch the machine on. I'll go behind, and then a penis will appear.
Will it be like a metal-looking penis?
It will be a robotic penis, but it will seem like it's a regular fleshy human penis.
So you've made this sort of like robotic penis look really realistic.
It's really realistic. You will not be able to tell the difference between, say, the robot one and mine, for instance. You
Okay, well, I don't want to see yours.
No, there's absolutely not.
Because I've not come around here to have sex with a person.
I know, you've come around to test the machine.
Yeah,
and that is exactly what you're going to get.
Okay,
Like a
well,
piece of mechanical action.
To a lot of people, sex is important, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Not to you.
Well, it serves a purpose.
What purpose?
No.
Because you don't want to have kids, so what purpose?
just you know,
Something to do in the
something
evening
to do, innit?
when the telly's broke.
But for years, like they've found stuff, haven't they? Machines from like Roman times that similar to that setup.
No machines in Roman times.
Like that though, the old sort of knob on a stick machine thing.
The old Roman
I love that.
stick. I'm sorry, but I watch
Aqueduct.
Time Team every week, and Tony Robinson has never done that. An old knob on a stick machine.
I just think of Julius Caesar sitting down and go, okay, aqueduct, we love that. Thanks for that. Straight roads, good idea. We can see the enemy coming. What have you got there?
Well, I'm glad you've asked.
Plompticus. What have you got
Glad
there?
you asked.
Wanklicus.
What I've got here is a Yodi knob, and I've put that on the end of a stick.
Oh, sticker's phallus. Okay, well done, Wanklicus. Well done. You are my new right-hand man, as they say.
No,
excellent.
But they do stuff like that. You've been in the London Museum and that, and they've got sort of sex stuff from years ago. They've got like these metal pants that they used to wear.
I don't know what that is.
Metal pants.
Yeah, sort of.
Is
metal.
that a chastity belt? You mean? They used to make women wear them so that they could.
When-
Yeah,
when-
no,
when
but they had them for blokes as well, though.
Metal pants for blokes.
Yeah,
Why?
just No, I just think they sort of like sexy metal pants.
What? Oh, I don't know what you mean
What
with
are you
sexy
talking
metal
about?
pants.
Well, they'll have to look because I haven't got it in front of me. It's just something I remember seeing, some sort of sexy metal pants that I used to wear.
But what are you saying, sexy metal
Carl,
pants?
Because they
that
always
was
had
not
to
British
be-
Museum, that was Soho.
No, what I mean
That was
is
Old Compton Street. You were looking
they
in the
always
shop
had to
window.
be ready for like battle and that, but these were a little bit sexy but protective at the same time.
I love that! So, Lancelot, are you ready to face the Black Knight? Yeah. What do you think of these? Huh?
I just want to look good on the battlefield. Will there be women watching, cheering us on?
Well, you're not going to fight like that, are you? What about your
I'm going to wear nothing except these sexy metal pants.
But what about your chest is exposed?
well, it's a good chest. I've been working out.
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is you want metal all
I've actually
over.
been lifting up the round table every week. I just work out, do that about 4 times a day.
But that machine, right? Why did it have to be a woman, or could they have got a little gay fella in?
I
Let
don't
me
know.
just check. It doesn't actually specify the small print here.
I love that. Why do you want to see a little gay fella be?
I don't know. I don't want to see it. I'm just saying they're sort of more.
Carl? Why do you want?
I don't wanna see it.
Why do you want to
Don't wanna
watch a
see it.
gay man get buggered by a robot?
I wasn't the one typing in gay machines on the internet, finding stuff out about them.
It's not a
Steve
gay
was.
machine. You just made it into a gay machine.
Yeah, he wanted to pleasure women with this machine.
Oh.
You're saying, can I see a little gay fella get a robotic cock up his arse? You're the one requesting that, Carl
I don't want
Pilkington.
that. I'm just saying that.
You're the one that wants to see gay men with metal stuff up their anus.
No, what I'm saying is they're more up for a bit more experimentation than.
What are you saying? Why is that the case?
Why? Why'd you say that?
No, just they just butt plugs and that. I mean, what I'm saying is.
What, you can't just say butt plugs and that.
I'm just saying that I reckon they'd be up for it.
What do you know
That's
about
I'm
butt plugs?
saying. I don't know anything about them. I just remember seeing an advert for some once in a sex shop.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, I wasn't. I was just walking past. I was walking past the sex shop and that. And
Your
you know,
eyes
you're sort of
glitz,
looking.
glitz,
Why,
glitz.
why were you walking past a sex shop?
Just because I was on the way to work and that, and I passed one, and there was a little sort of one. It was open early, which I never understood. Right, it was about 8 o'clock in the morning. Right, and I
Who's
thought,
rushing out for butt plugs that early in the
who
morning,
needs
yeah.
them now? Right, but I
I
sort
must
of
get
had
a bagel and some poppers on the way to work.
I walked past it, and it had like a little post-it note or postcard type thing, and it was like pop in now, buy an item, chuck in some free butt plugs. And I didn't know what they for. I'd never heard of them before. But all I'm saying is I've since found out what they do with them.
What
And
do
if
they
they
do with them?
do that with them, then
Yeah.
give them a go on that.
Another email here. It's an interesting fact. I'm hoping it's true. America's first nudist organisation apparently was founded in 1929 by 3 men. Now, what intrigued me when I read that is the fact that it's clearly 3 blokes just trying to meet some nude women.
They're all 52 balding
Exactly.
with little, so those gold rimmed glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just wandering around, and it's all quite saggy down there, and they're just knocking on doors saying, "We've just set up an organisation. It's perfectly above board, completely
Yeah.
legitimate. It's a nudist organisation. You got any women in there that want to come and join us? 'Cause
Why
we haven't
not
got any
really?
female members at the moment. Got any women in there interested in, volleyball or trampoline?
I can't be doing with it, me.
You hate nudists, don't you?
Nudists. I don't understand what it's all about at the end of the day. And here's something, right? Do you know, like, when you're a bloke nudist, right? Do you ever get any who just have, like, a small knob?
I don't know. I don't understand the question.
What's that? What's your point?
Well, are there any blokes who are knocking about who just have a normal-sized knob, or maybe a bit smaller than normal, who are happy wandering about showing off what they haven't got, if you know what I mean?
I don't think nudists are just doing it because they're so proud of their knob.
No, but there's got to be a little bit of that in it, isn't there? Just saying, most blokes who, nudists, they must be pretty confident in themselves to, I looked once.
What? Where are you
Because it's
going with
natural.
this?
It's natural, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? This
As a
is
bloke.
Carl takes a sneaky look at
No.
menscocks.com.
No, what I'm saying is, it's
Where
natural.
was this happening? You were in a gym.
No.
A lot of guys are getting changed, and you were just checking out their knots.
you're at your bedroom window with a pair of binoculars,
No.
and there was a little fella across the road getting changed.
I was at some night out once.
Go
right?
on.
So you were at heaven, and you were in the
It was
toilet.
some night out, and some people come running on the stage, right? Some music started coming on, and these 4 people ran out. It was 2 women.
So
2
you're at a gay
blokes.
strip club.
It wasn't gay in that. It was just a normal night out. Well, you know, some sort of party night out. Right. These people come running on, right? You got 2 women, you got 2 blokes.
Right.
They whip their knickers off, the fellas whip their undies off.
At the same time?
Yeah, all at the same time.
Was it was it like a choreographed thing?
So that happened, and all I'm saying is, right, before I had a look at the woman's bits, right, I just had a little cheeky glance at the fellas.
Why?
Just checking it out, just seeing is everything normal down
Why
there.
weren't your eyes drawn instantly to the ladies' bits?
No, don't believe me, I had a look at that. All I'm saying
But you went to the guys first?
I didn't know how long pants were going to be left off for.
So you didn't want to miss your opportunity, is what you're saying? You saw a window of opportunity to see some men's bits and you thought, I better take it.
No,
because this may never happen again.
No.
So what happened? So there's 2 women, 2 men, right? I don't know what sort of event this is where you're looking at anyone get their knickers and pants off. I don't know why you're looking at all. So you go right. There's knickers and pants off. Right. Let's check out the knob and testicles first.
You're telling me you've never, like, when you've been in a gym or anything, you've not just sort of turned your head, had a look, and gone, all right, yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
So let's just get this question right. Have we ever been in a gym and just taken a sneaky glance at a man's genitals? Is that your question to us?
Right. For me, it's the same as when you see someone who's a bit odd, 2 heads or whatever.
Well, I'll be honest. If I was in a gym and a bloke came in with 2 heads, I'd look. I'd get a sneaky glance in the mirror. I'd go.
Sorry, but you'd look at his genitals or his 2 heads.
His 2 heads.
Or would you sneaky look at the heads and then think, I wonder if he's got 2 cocks? And just.
I'd have to have a look there. If I'll tell you what, and now I admit it, if I'm ever in a gym and a naked man with 2 heads walks in, I probably will check out the genitals as well, just to make sure that he's got 2 of everything.
Can I tell you the thing that always freaks me out? I do sometimes go to the gym, and I live in North London, and the thing that always freaks me out is if there's an elderly man, often quite short. I'm always freaked out because there's at least 2 I'm aware of who've got very, very large penises. And I always find that really disturbing because sometimes you can't help but notice because it's like Godzilla coming through the change room. Do you know what I mean? So that I do admit that's the only instance where my eye has been naturally drawn to it.
Do you know what annoys me in gyms? Where people walk round happily naked all the time whistling. They get weighed naked, pop a towel on and take off 3 ounces.
How exact have those measurements got to be?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Pop a towel on. I mean, unless you're going on the space shuttle, I reckon you could give or take a couple of stone. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Absolutely right. Well, we've put that to bed.
Sum 41 and In Too Deep. If you're listening now, you're in too deep. It's the Ricky Gervais Show. Run for the hills.
No. Classic.
Yeah.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah. Whose birthday it is today. Yeah. So someone never listened before and they heard that link. They're thinking, great, it's proper radio at last. XFM 104.9, just gone 1:05. Steve, do you want some great music today?
I'd love to hear some great music.
Well, I've bought in some good stuff. I've bought in Oasis, we've got Radiohead, I've got some Dre, I've got some Alba, I've got some Jimmy Webb. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
You know, we're keeping it real.
Oh, absolutely.
I've got Charlatans, I've got Nirvana.
Any Sade?
There's no Sade.
No, that's a shame.
No, but I've been looking through the library and I have found 4 non-blondes.
Brilliant.
Looking from yesteryear.
Looking forward to that later, Rick.
Yeah.
It was Carl. It was you that worked out the maths and worked out I was 28 because they just worked out I'm 27.
You are 27.
No way.
Yeah, I asked you, didn't I? And I said
because what I sort of questioned was, I said, well, if you're 27 today, that means last week you were 26.
Well done. Yeah, that's irrelevant. So therefore, you assumed that I must be 28 then.
Yeah.
Whereas I assumed you were using, your knowledge of maths, such as it is.
I wouldn't do that.
No, sure.
Wow. I actually got lost in that conversation because I genuinely didn't know what he meant would mean last week you were 26. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what it meant.
Wow. Well, it is Steve's birthday.
But he would have been 26 last week.
Sometimes you genuinely frighten me because it's those staring eyes. There's nothing behind him. It's this little bald head. Looks like Davros looking at me. Genuine fear on his face when he enters into a conversation with another human being.
What bit don't you understand? If he's 27 today, he would have been 26 last week, and he doesn't look 26. He didn't look 26 last week. He looks older than 28 today.
You've started on his birthday. You're still having a go at him.
Carl, I don't look like the kind of hot stud that I actually am, but face facts, that's the truth, mate.
Yeah, live with it.
Get with the programme, jeez.
Well, let's have a little bit of cake.
Okay, oh, that's appropriate.
See
the
what I did?
birthday. But you mean the band, don't you? Not the cake. You haven't actually bought a cake, have you? Got anything at all?
Cake, short skirt, long jacket, sort of fashion, sort of
Sure.
Single.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, just remembered something.
Go
Right.
on.
Think that like short skirt, long jacket. Once I was watching daytime TV. I was unemployed. It was the early days of it was about mid-80s, and
Who was hosting?
It was sort of like one of those Eamon Holmes and someone, or like
right,
Richard Jupiter, but not as good, not as.
Yeah.
And then she went, well, after the break, Leo Sayers popping in, tell us about clothes for the shorter man. I stayed tuned. He came on. He went,
Leo Sayer?
Yeah, he went, wear a short jacket.
Why wear a short jacket?
But optical illusion, you're going, well, that jacket, it couldn't be a foot long, because that'd be mad, so it's 2 foot long, so he's 6 foot. So I'm looking at him there. I'm looking at him, don't get too close, just look at the jacket. How tall are you, Leo? Well, work it out.
Yeah.
This jacket's presumably about...
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But Leo, you're famously quite a short man. In fact, I saw
No.
you on TV talking about clothes for the shorter man.
No, but look at the jacket from there. Yeah, you must be about 6 foot. So you had to walk round looking like a bullfighter, just for this illusion at like 50 paces.
What's the other thing about stripes? Is it
Yeah. Horizontal stripes widen you.
make you look fatter?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So good advice, good fashion advice for anyone listening.
On XFM 104.9
Leo Sayer there offering some topic. We should get Leo in, maybe offer some new stuff.
for your birthday. A little special Leo Sayer visit for your birthday.
Lovely.
Got any presents yet? Got any?
I've received nothing yet. But then my parents haven't come up, and they're the ones that normally bring gifts.
Oh yeah,
They are coming up later, and I always look forward to my father's gifts.
yeah.
Because they are remarkable. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. I don't understand the logic. I mean, if I explain some of the gifts he's bought in the past, maybe you could figure out. I once opened, I think I was about 14.
Right.
And I liked all the stuff that you like at 14, the ladies, obviously, pop music,
Yeah, sure.
Fashion.
Yeah.
And that's why he bought me on audio cassette the collected wartime speeches of Sir Winston Churchill.
It's a good gift. Did you listen to him?
Well, I'm not sure when you'd ever be in the mood to listen to that, to be honest. We'll fight on the beaches,
Yeah.
all that.
All the classics, all the classic hits.
I don't know when you listen. I think unless you're under attack, I don't think you'd ever listen to that.
Did you not even listen to it?
I kind of stuck. But when are you gonna be in the mood to put that on?
No, but just because it was a gift.
But I always remember being once. This was.
But what if he tested you? Go, do you like track 4? Oh, some chicken, some neck. Oh, I love that, Dad. Yeah. But I think they're doing a remix.
But he said to me once. He said to me, "Never forget, son."
He didn't.
Yeah, and I went, "I don't remember, Dad." It was mad, and it was like because he was quite into sort of, but he was into like the military and all that kind of and war history and stuff. So
are
he sort
you
of,
allowed to tell an anecdote about your dad on radio? Can I just give you a clue, just in case? Can you tell the thing about the shed?
No.
Okay,
No.
all right.
No.
Okay,
Too
all right.
complicated. Too long.
Okay, all right,
complicated.
okay.
But I remember this is true. I remember I had it on once because I just stuck it on because I thought I ought to. And my dad came in. He was pleased to see I was listening to it. And he was like, we just sort of stood there listening. And I was with my sister coming in with one of her quite attractive friends. Teenage friends as well, and I'm a teenager as well. And it's like, and just this woman walking by, she goes to the same school or whatever, quite fit. And I'm just stood there with my father, listening to "We All Fight Them on the Beaches," "Never in the Field of Human Conflict" of so many, and just remember looking at her as she passes. Just
You've
looking
learned
at her.
it. It's rubbed off.
Oh yeah.
Is
Oh, Rick, if you're ever in a war situation and you need some morale, come to me.
Yeah, you'll just
That's what you're right, mate.
quote me out. What about a little bit of White Stripes?
I've got some more gifts that I can tell you about afterwards.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Look forward to it.
Oasis, Morning Glory before that, White Stripes, Hotel Yorba. Oasis, of course. I think got in the. Have you been watching that VH1 Top 100 album?
I have indeed. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, number 1. Do you remember what number 1 was?
Joshua Tree.
See,
U2.
Yeah. Now, good album
It's not the greatest album ever, is it?
of all time.
I mean, I know it's an arbitrary list, but even so.
Yeah, you sort of feel comfortable with it being the Beatles or
Exactly, you
Marvin
kind of-
Gaye
or even
or
Pet Sounds or whatever,
exactly. And then yeah, maybe
I don't
it's
think
the
you-
time.
I don't
maybe it's
remember-
a generation shift. There's enough people now.
But it was sort of, what I found odd in the list was it started off with, I think it was like the Doors. I remember there was
Yeah, it was- yeah.
Velvet Underground and stuff. These kind of respected album classics. And then there was things like Stars, Simply Red. I mean, it was a big seller and it's well produced, whatever. But an odd choice for the greatest albums ever. And then I remember there was things like that Texas album.
Yeah.
Is it White on Blonde or whatever it was? And I just think, again, is it just based on albums that have sold well, via the Britannia Music Club?
But that's always the thing, isn't it? So like any poll, like I remember, I think it was last year, the greatest lyrics of all time. One was Imagined by John Lennon, which is you know, if anything's
It's
gonna
a
get
solid
there.
classic.
And there was like, you know, maybe a Dylan or another Beatles one, like that. And in the top 5 was Robbie Williams songs.
Robbie Williams songs?
Yeah.
One of the worst lyricists ever.
Well,
Just
not
just
the worst,
a
but
collection of words.
Yeah, just annoying. Yeah, thing, you know. And it was that thing. A man, 1,000 fags. You know, like my dad. And there's a take you to the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Postmodern sort of. Yeah, but that's a reflection of the sheer weight at the moment, isn't it? So it's always going to be 4 of all time, and then the biggest thing that year. That, you know,
I suppose so.
But that's why Coldplay and Travis again, and they're good. But I mean, you know, I don't think they'll be at the same position next year.
No.
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's just yeah.
But it's just, I mean, I get frustrated with those lists because they just always seem so arbitrary.
I think we've forgotten we're on the radio, because
Have we?
that was a pretty boring link, wasn't it? Because we're just talking like we're alone.
A lot of people probably haven't even seen the VH1 show.
Yeah.
Not interested in the late
Are we
least.
losing it? Are we? You know what I mean?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Rick. It's my birthday today. Last night I went out. I got a little bit wasted.
Yeah.
So I'm hungover this morning. I didn't get to bed before 11. Right, so
Yeah,
it's like
I had a little bit too much
no,
last
I was pretty wild last night. In actual fact, and I have to say, I went to
God knows how many units I had.
I went to the Monarch in Camden.
Monarch, yeah.
There was some kind of groovy night on. I went to the door. I got a load of mates with me. I said, any discount for XFM DJs?
You didn't really?
Yeah, I did. I was a bit drunk.
Oh.
He went, who are you? I went, Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais. He went, Steve Merchant, brilliant. You can come in for free.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I swear to God. He said, yes, you did. He said, and I said, what about mates? He went, it's £5. They can have £1 off. He said, and I think basically, but basically, Rick, I think I also agreed that you'd DJ there. I can't remember, but if the guy is listening, he can maybe let us know if I promised that. I might have signed something. I can't remember.
Oh God. Oh,
But anyway, it was a good night. I'm
Like,
sure.
one of those 50s sitcoms when, you sold my soul to an angel.
Exactly.
Oh, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
So anyway, if you go down to the Monarch maybe next week, Ricky Gervais playing. That'll be fun.